Hello everyone, Thranxes here, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included, episode 34, where we've definitely got some work to do, as always. So I added a little battery here that feeds into this circuit, because, again, without that battery there, these will sometimes lose power, and then everybody gets kicked off the massage tables. Again, it is only noticeable when all three are running at once, but it's not anything we want to happen. So we're going to let that battery get constructed with, let's say, a priority 7. Now, this fiasco down here. So I had Sylvia Fox and Lord Kibigami, pardon me if I said that wrong, say that I should just insulate the heck out of these geysers and be done with it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use abyssalite, which we have some of, and then we're just going to... It's not going to let me... Oh, I already did wrap. So I wrapped them in some abyssalite. Okay, just the rest of the way. All right, okay. So we'll just go ahead and do that. And do that. And then we won't have to worry about that anymore. Over here... Well, let's see. We're just gonna stop this water from going down into our little area down there. Because what I've realized is, we'll make that a 9, is that the clean water down here starts to mess up these plants after a time. Not yet, but it will. For whatever reason, if the water level gets low enough that it's kind of in between the dirty and clean water, these will report themselves as being beached. And I don't have any idea why that happens, but I just know that it does. Okay, so I want to tap this geyser to feed this system and remove the old system. So what we're going to do for that, let's go ahead and speed things up first of all. Alright, so we're going to need plumbing. We're going to use... Oh, I guess granite's fine. It doesn't really matter. Alright, so we're going to ladder up this direction. Let's use some of the granite. No, let's use up some of our sandstone. Why not? And then, probably should just put that pipe in the ground, but then I'm not going to be able to... Well, I don't want either of these to break just yet, before I can get in there and take care of them. I guess we'll stick with the mesh tiles just for this part. Alright, and then we're going to dig this direction and have ourselves a short little ladder up. Right here. 1, 2, 3. Right, so that's plenty of room. And we're going to dig ourselves across this way. And then ladder down here. And mop this. But then also 1, 2, 3, ladder up. And dig across this way. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put ourselves in a liquid pump. And we're just going to pump the water pretty much right on over to our scrubbers. And we're going to get rid of this pump, actually. So we can go ahead and do that now. Let's get rid of the pump, and then the wires. We can get rid of these wires. This whole system, this is going to be changed and moved and all of that. This whole area is going to be rethought, which, I mean, that's part of the fun, right? It's getting to rethink an entire area. Let's go ahead and destroy all that stuff. But for the meantime, I want the water to empty out of the pipe, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a valve there like that. And then all of this is going to go away. Alright, so that will take care of that, and then we should be able to use the energy, or the electricity rather, from that pump, since it won't be running anymore, to power this pump. And that will take care of our scrubbers, which hopefully should not use water faster than this geyser is producing at the current rate, which means that this water will last us a little bit longer because we're starting to run out at this point. Okay, now for these geysers, we're going to seal these up entirely. So let's go ahead and seal those up. And they're going to need to be wired. So where are they going to be wired? So this wire is just what? It's got one pump there. And then, if I recall, it's also tapping that one. And then it's going to have those two. That's pretty much max capacity with, well... No, I think we'll just use these anyways, and we'll just run a different circuit for those other ones. These are the more important ones at our current stage. So I'm just going to use these thermo switches. I'm not 100% how I'm going to use them. But for now, they're just going to be the ability to turn it off, on and off easily. Alright, now for the water. I think what we can do, once this water empties out, this is no longer going to be there, but, well, yeah. So basically it's just going to be like this. Let's go ahead and we'll use insulated, sure. Sedimentary rock. And then it's just going to tap right into that. And then the same thing here. Only we need this to go away. Okay, so let's make this part go away then. Gone. And how are we doing over here? Okay, so now we're at a critical juncture where this needs to get done, because we're no longer scrubbing the carbon dioxide out of there. So let's get it done. Priority 9. Thank you. Everybody can go do that right now. And in the meantime, we can go ahead and queue these up. These will be a lower priority, if I can actually select liquid pipes. So as a priority 7, we'll just get rid of these and those, and then this liquid valve as well. Go ahead and go away. And so can this one. And then we're just going to start... did I make this insulated? I did. And then we're just going to start basically routing this water directly from the geysers to this main route here. And then we're going to hit the roof with some abyssalite and be done with it. Okay. This area needs to be done, though. We're going to start... Yeah, these are going to be done generating soon, as this pipe in here backs up with max gas pressure, which is going to happen quickly. Let's get this work done, everyone. Once those natural gas generators back up and they stop operating, we're going to be in a bad way. And I left this open, which I did not mean to do. Let's go ahead and close that up quickly. Which means, unfortunately, the scrubbers were scrubbing out all of this CO2. Which explains why they filled up so fast. That's fine. We needed that door so that we could go in and we could work the pipes out the side. Power setting's not going to change. We're wired. Alright, and everybody is getting the work done. Although it looks like some of our generators have already stopped. The batteries are being used a little bit. Which means for now we're just going to accept all this heat in the base. And we're getting polluted water out of here. Okay, well, let's take care of that. And how are we doing down here? So these haven't beached themselves yet. I'm not sure what causes that, but I've seen it happen, and I assumed it was the mixing of the two waters, but I could be mistaken. Could be. Alright, that's it. We are no longer generating power from natural gas, and the batteries are plummeting. And everybody's going to go to bed. Well, That means we're going to be a little hurting for power in the morning, but that's fine. As soon as this gets up and running, the coal generator should kickstart it, and then it'll take a little bit of time, but it will get going once again. So let's check the sleet wheat section. Looks like it's doing okay. It would be doing better. No, not a 9. We need to do the other thing first. It would be doing better if we could dig this section out and let all that carbon dioxide fall down here. It does not seem like that is the case. I'm just going to start leaving some of this as a priority 5, I guess. Because I really want that other section taken care of. Okay, so we're making progress. We're getting there. Once this is up and running, we should be good to go. And then we won't have to worry about that other... And then in this way, this one simple geyser should pretty much take care of everything. I don't anticipate that I'll need a switch on this one. I think I'll put one anyways, just so that I can have control over it. Well, no, I can always add one later. This one isn't going to be sealed up. There's really no reason for this one to be sealed up. It's kind of over here out of the way. Most of the heat we're getting is from this monstrosity. 135,000 kilograms. I don't know how that's not just like busting through everything. We're gonna have to patch all this up with insulated tiles though, so we can escape that heat. Which I guess we're doing pretty good there. All right, Craig, thank you for your work. We're very close, everyone. We just need to get this going. And then I guess also at a priority 9, we're going to need a ladder to get down at least some of the way. And look at this, we have another one over here. Interesting. Well, we can always tap into that one too if we want, and that is the right-hand side of the map. There's the neutronium. All right, how are things doing here? We at least slow down our water usage a little bit. This area over here is getting really cold now, but it's just fighting this big struggle. It's very unnecessary. Okay, the pipe is connected, the power is connected, so the only thing left to do is to wrap the top of this thing in an abyssalite insulated tile. It seems like it's giving up some of its heat, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. That might just be because of the top being open the way it is. Time will tell. Time will always tell. Well, we have people that are stressed. Taku Samurai and Mkegi, because we're limited on power here, right? Exactly, because our batteries are empty. Yeah, we really need this pump going, everyone. Probably should have done this first. That is the way of it normally. Oh, this is going to cause some problems. It'll be fine. I have faith in everyone. We'll get through it together. And we'll get that dirty... No. Why give everybody more jobs to do? Why, oh why? It's just simply not important. We'll leave it at a 5. Because only so many people can be over there building with a ladder and in a straight line. It kind of bottlenecks and restricts the amount of hands that can be working in a given area at a certain amount of time. So we'll just leave the other jobs at a 5 and we'll let everybody do their thing. Now why wouldn't you also just start building it? You just delivered the goods and took off. Nate M. Alright, let's do it. Alright. Okay, well, it's going to take a little bit of time. Goodness, I should have left the other pump there. Yeah, the more people that hop on those massage tables, the harder the batteries are struggling to keep up. We just have the one coal generator. And how are we not getting that much hydrogen power? We should be... Oh, because they are also struggling to maintain power. Uh-oh. That's okay. We're about to break through this section, and then everybody can come over here because everything over here is a priority 9. and then it should get done. Probably would have been easier to come up and over, but I didn't want this water to come down here and then pressure crack the side of this building, because I know that it would have. We can dig that one, I guess. It doesn't really matter. All right, Stacy, thank you. Who's next? Alcarin. Continue. Yes, more. Build more. Stacy's back. Cool hands. Continue. Foxheart. Okay. Well, at this point, they're just going to get it done. There's no sense in watching. Let's check our temperatures here. So the water, well, the water might be giving up some of its heat. No liquid output, because that pipe never got built. Dun, dun, dun. That's not good. Well, we could start sending some of this water. Let's run a test. Let's say activate if below 70. We'll see what that does. We'll see if it cools down and gets below 70. I don't think it will, now that it's sealed up with abyssalite. Yeah, I believe it's going to stay the same temperature. Did I not deconstruct you? What, did I destroy something else? Oh no, who made a mess? Seven Eye, oh no. You need to get out of there. Yes, see, here we are, beached. All of these are showing beached now. It's because they got that clean water mixture with the dirty water. Fair enough. We'll get that sorted. Yeah, we're still dealing with stress. We need to get our power situation fixed. So once that's good to go, these will be used for the power, or for the water for base. And that'll be it. Let's get this liquid pipe of priority 9 so we can go ahead and block this up. Thank you, Kangler the Toad Slayer. Oh, you just delivered it. Wild Rage, thank you. Now we can box it up. And we'll do the... See, this one's at 62.5. So let's give this one a... If you're below 62... If you're below 60.1, then you can pump. How about that? And this is just going to slowly start to run out. Not a lot we can do about that. Alright, how are we doing over here? We are pumping water. Okay, so now here's where we're going to be saved. Is as the water pumps, slow but steady. These will scrub the air, and that will allow some of the carbon dioxide to come through as the pressure drops. There you go. Which lets one of these pump, which gives us more power. So it's like a chain reaction. So now we have all this water. Oh, pressure confusion. Of course there is. Because this needs to disappear. Okay. There's that problem solved. Let's get rid of all this madness here. There's no reason for it. We're going to move this elsewhere. In fact, we're going to move all of our water cooling operations way up here. In this area, where we get all these wheezeworts and all this big open area. It'll be great. Let's patch in a few ladders here and there. This is going to be treacherous digging out. I have to keep a close eye on our duplicants when they go up there. We are still generating oxygen now. And hydrogen. We still have really good air pressure in the base. Now people can get their massages. So we should be good. And now these air scrubbers are working full time, which is very good. Tell me I built this out of gold. Good. What about this wire? Copper? Well... Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Those wires might need to be changed to copper. But at least our natural gas generators can all be working now. In fact, it looks like we can open up some of these valves. I'm getting a little overpressurized in the pipes. Yep, which is backing up over here. 63.1. I don't think these have run yet. 72, 69.4, 71. It looks like the temperature might have dropped a little bit. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. See, I kind of want to come over here and insulate this beast here and get rid of some of this hot temperature over here. Because all it's doing is just heating up the air, which is just passing heat further down the line. So we should... Okay, so we have got rid of a lot of heat in this area. In fact, wow, look how long this cold air is sticking around. That's pretty interesting. Still at 71. Oh, so the clothing, it's still kind of bugged. So I had a thought, what if we swept these up and put them in here? Maybe that'll help them, because it seems like people come and they get a suit and then the suit is still there. It's like Foxheart got a suit, but I'm not sure how that works. We'll make 4 more suits. Can I select one of the suits from in here? I don't think I can. All right, let's see now about this. So according to this one is owned by Foxheart. Who, okay. And this one is owned by nobody, so we'll give that one to Justin B. This one is also owned by nobody. So... Well, everybody's going to get one. Sylvia Fox can have this one. Seven Eye. Alright, let's just see how that works. See if people get their suits. Okay. Now, wait a minute. It looked like Seven Eye put one on, but did he... Hold on. Hold on. Oh, nope. He did. Snazzy suit. Oh, Gigi doesn't have a snazzy suit. Alright, who owns... See, this one says it's owned by Foxheart. Oh, some of these are so bugged. Justin B. Sylvia Fox. See, look at that. You had one, and then you just put another one on. Same with you. How bizarre. Maybe because multiple suits are assigned to the same person. That's got to be what it is. Justin B already has one on. Kendrith. Sylvia Fox already has one on, I guess. Kangler the Toad Slayer. Let's see how that works. And then what? There's one over here? For Kendrith. But I just assigned one over here for Kendrith, didn't I? Those suits. They're a little squirrely. Okay, so there we go. That water is pumping. And this water just... See, this water just won't cool off. So, I get that wrapping these geysers in abyssalite tiles gets rid, in quotes, of the heat. But really it doesn't. It just locks it inside. You know, it seals in the flavor, so to speak. But it doesn't really get rid of the problem. I mean, sure, the heat isn't coming out here, but if we want to use this water is going to be hot. And the more we pump out of it, the hotter it's going to get. So I guess that is the lesson du jour, is we're just going to have to learn to deal with really hot water. We don't have abyssalite We don't have enough abyssalite, though, to do abyssalite insulated tiles the whole way. So that means we're just going to have to suffer with the water, because even if you look at this, hold on, insulated sedimentary rock, still putting off quite a bit of heat. And it looks like it's cooling down. Interesting. We're going to get to the pepper farm eventually. For now, though, let's say if this is above 800, you should activate. And why are you not plugged in? You're not plugged into anything. Right. Well, we're going to fix that, aren't we? Okay, so we're going to need a power transformer, which will go here, and then heavy watt wire. I don't know why I made that a 9. It did not need to be a 9. That's okay, though. Alright, and this wire will be for other things that we're going to need up this direction as well. So now we can take our gas pipe. Let's just use... granite should be fine. What's the temperature here? 30 degrees? No. On second thought, maybe we'll use igneous rock. We're going to need to start clear cutting just for the sake of getting some extra materials here before too long. See, that's going to make a T intersection now. I mean, I guess anywhere it makes a T intersection, but there's a difference between making a T intersection at the point of two pressurized directions converging and it just making a T intersection into the side of a pressurized direction. Wow, we must have had a lot of natural gas backed up. These pumps are just running and running now at this point. Okay, look at that sad, sad reminder. Okay, all of this seems to be running well. The hydrogen generators, they're not really getting what they should because we still have these short pipes. I'm not going to worry about that too much. Instead, we want to see more of this area taken care of. So let's give these ladders a priority, shall we? I think that's important. Do the ladders first, and then everyone can come in here and clear cut to their heart's desire once the ladders are built. And then hopefully we're going to get some more abyssalite as well. Now the other thing I want to do, as part of my plan, is going to be to dig into here. And we're going to ladder down into this and mop it up. Because I want to use this space and I don't want to deal with the dirty water going everywhere. Then as a priority 5, we'll just march this upwards for now. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now, how are we doing here? These are still not going to be pumping water. Well, the water down here is cooling off now that it's not being fed with geysers. Alright, let's go ahead and let's mop all of this again. And then we're going to crack this open and get more dirty water back in that area. This whole section is going to be repurposed. We're going to change the bottom of this base a little bit. We're going to keep our fertilizer production as is, though. But at least, look at this. At least our sleetweed area is nice and cold now. That's good. That's very good, actually. Let's go ahead and sweep up this ice. And do some mopping. Everyone's eating. We've got ourselves our little water lock here. Okay, and the ladders are being worked on. That's good. So really, we just need everyone to get the work done at this point. What's our temperature looking like in the base? Yeah, it's getting toasty. So let's take a peek. What is that oxygen coming out at? 50 degrees, 57, and here it is 54, 56. Yeah, that's pretty hot. That's not an AC system. That is a central heating system. Now, how in the heck? It says Foxheart doesn't have one. And it says Sylvia Fox doesn't have one. Okay, Foxheart, you have that one. And then Sylvia Fox, you have this one. That's a little frustrating. It definitely feels like a bug, like it's not intentional though. And we have cooled this area down now that we've locked the heat away. I think what we're gonna need though is a different direction to take this hot pipe here. It's gonna have to go around the base once we're ready to move it. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit though. We've got a lot of work to do. So at this point, we're gonna go ahead and start accepting new duplicants. And we're gonna design a new eating area, because that stuff is gonna take time. And I really don't see a reason to rush it. Alright, so we're going to move all of this storage because I want everything to be nice and neat on the same space. We're going to move all of this storage over here. So let's go ahead and we'll do that priority 7. And then we can deconstruct all of that. And look at that, we're missing decor. That's not good. Granite. Everybody needs some pictures. Okay. Nope, it's under furniture. The mess table. There we go. This picture can stay. I just lined that up and looked at it. Thought, you know what? There's really no point in getting rid of that. Oh, these should be built out of copper. So let's go ahead and cancel those. Copper. All right. Problem solved. And from here, we'll do granite. We'll get ourselves some picture frames up. And some sculpting blocks. So I guess we'll just go ahead and put them right next to the door. Why not? Alright, and in this way we'll have plenty more room for more duplicants. We might need to go ahead and... I don't know if I want to extend the sleeping area up any. We might as well just go ahead and extend it over. So I'll do these out of 5 because it's not imperative. And we don't want anybody in a floating bed. That's not going to work either. My mouse discipline is off today. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Let's try that again. There we go. There we go. Okay. Alright, good deal, good deal. And then I guess these don't need to... Why are these gas... No, we're not going to do gas permeable tiles there. We don't want to ruin the mood. But we will do more sculpting blocks and more granite picture frames. Alright, we have tons of food and tons of oxygen at this point. We just need to get more people in the base. Although we are seemingly using this water up down here rather quickly. We're going to have to start tapping into these eventually. And their water is really hot. We're just going to have to use it for now until we have a better system in place. This isn't using the water too fast. Although that will likely change when we get more natural gas, which we are going to get. There will be more natural gas. So we can go ahead and start planning ahead for that. No, we don't want to break that ladder. My goodness. That would not be what I'm looking for. At all. Oh, look at that. So now everybody's feeling good and all our storage is set up. Whoop, there we go. So let's go ahead and sweep all of this up. Thank you, everyone. We got to have new places to sit and eat for our new duplicants. And we've got more places to sleep, eat, oxygen, food. So by and large, everything is taken care of for us to increase our team that will help us get some of this work knocked out a little faster. Look at that. So that's helping our cause a little bit. Now that this area is not nearly as hot, we're getting some heat here. What are these tiles made out of? Sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rock. In any event, we've got all of this area cooled off, and it's helping to offset the heat that we're pushing through the vents. Because some of these areas are getting really, really warm. That's okay, though. And wonderful. We can go ahead and mesh tile our way across. And start looking at more natural gas generators. Like one here, and here, and here. I don't know if we're going to need 3 more. But we're going to set up the infrastructure for them. Just in case. I know we're going to need more power. And that's where we're going to wrap things up. So really, we bought ourselves some time before this water runs out. We established that, yes, we can keep the heat from going elsewhere by locking these up in abyssalite, but the heat does pretty much stay trapped inside. So I'm guessing everyone's thought is just to use the water hot as it is. And that's fine because I have an idea for a way to cool it. Again, I'm open to ideas and suggestions. I don't necessarily... Gigi's going to love this. I don't necessarily want to copy anyone in particular, but the more I learn, the better I'm able to come up with my own ideas. As this game definitely has a bit of, I don't want to say a learning curve, but there is most assuredly a trial and error aspect to learning the idiosyncrasies of how the game operates when it defies logic. And that's not just bugs, but sometimes that's just programming for the sake of it being a game. Like the fact that my duplicants wouldn't destroy the top ladder first instead of the bottom right. Stuff like that. So this has been Oxygen Not Included, episode 34. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've had a good time watching. As always, I've had a good time playing and sharing with everyone. Please come back next time as we maybe solve the riddle of these snazzy suits. I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever... What is going on? It's infinite snazzy suits at this point. And now Craig's got one. So everybody's just going to have one, it seems like. Forever and ever. And it says Justin B doesn't have one, but I know that he does. It's crazy. How many suits are there? There's 7? Toad Slayer. Anyways, that'll be next time. Until next time, take care.